Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back on this kind of great Tuesday in early December. Hope everybody is good. This is LABRISH Live. This is where we talk about our favorite reality TV shows from a Black perspective. And at the moment, we are talking about Love Never Lies, South Africa, and also the Ultimatum Season 3. Guys, I'm also Sugar Shay Sade, and I'm here with.
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
Hey, I can't lie, I'm little bit discombobulated because of what happened over the weekend, and I feel like we can get straight into it. Like, guys, we had a moment. We was on stage, LABRISH. You girls were on stage with Kempire, and it was just so magical. Thank you to everybody. Oh, go on, sorry.
It was so nice. It was a lovely experience. And Dammy,
Yes.
Dammy in the house.
I don't know. You saw Dammy J there. We saw a couple other people. Thank you to everybody that came down. And I was really trying to remember everybody's names, and I can't remember. I think it was Sleep Peaceful or Peaceful Sleep. Was they there?
So yes, I was thinking Sleepful, Peace. But then I thought maybe she put Venus in there.
Oh.
So then I was like, oh, was it Venus something as well? I'm not sure. Hopefully she's in the chat and will
yes.
herself.
Please, guys, because there was so much happening. Honestly, it was just hard to take everything in. Do you know what I mean? I had a bit of a meh. Not only did my shoe break, which Nana had to fix, that happened, and also went on stage, put my cue cards on the chair, and they came tumbling down. Tumbling down.
Away.
I was just like, what the fuck? I was honestly, in my head, I was screaming. I was actually screaming. Like, apparently that didn't come across like that on stage, which is great. Do you know what I mean? But like, wow. Yeah, I was actually screaming. I was panicking.
Well, you kept it together. It was fine. I was just thinking, all right, it's not too many cards.
Mm-hmm.
Probably get them in an order, so to speak. But I did remember the order that we were going in. So I was like, okay, we'll be fine. And the audience was super friendly.
Honestly, they were absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. It was so nice. Ooh. No, I don't know why that's moving like that. It was so nice. Kempire, lovely guy.
And hilarious.
Yes.
He's so funny.
He is. Honestly, if you're a fan, you should definitely go to his show. Like, honestly, like it's just like such a nice crowd, like nice interaction. He spills all the tea. The audience be spilling the tea as well. However, can we talk about white people in Black spaces? Because they don't know how to act.
No.
Some of them do not know how to act. I don't know.
I think I counted 4 that I could see. I saw 4 white people, and 3 of them made their presence known more than any other Black person in there.
Mm-hmm.
Why was that? Why did we have to suffer with jumping up, heckling, chatting, laughing, breaking glasses? No, it's not okay.
It's very, very attention seeking. Very attention seeking. And I'm just like, this is unnecessary. And I don't know. Kempire gave grace and space. He, do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, he gave grace to them. I don't know. I might have been like, literally, I know he said security is a joke, but like, I might have just been like, I might have sent someone over to go chat to you. Relax. Reduce it. Seriously, all the way down. Yes, Dammy. Hey, Dammy.
Yes, Dammy. Oh, it was lovely to see you, Dammy, as well. It was lovely seeing you. But yes, it was annoying. Very annoying.
Yeah. Who else is in the chat?
Okay, gonna do roll call, guys. Let me scroll up and see. Okay, Yvonne came in bright and early. Sora is in the house. Sonia Barley is here. It's My Opinion is with us as well. Joe, Gilda, let's see who else is in the house. Judy B is with us. Alicia, Jordan Parker's in the house as well. Dammy and Creme Brulee. Oh, Creme Brulee is saying, I saw you guys at the Kempire show. I sat in the front row with the hat on. Oh
Oh,
my God. Thank you.
amazing. Thank you for coming, and thank you for coming to say hi as well. Appreciate that. Serious. Love that, love that. We're gonna have some like pictures and stuff. We had a photographer down, so we're gonna have some pictures and stuff shortly. So as soon as we have them, we'll share them on all of our socials and stuff. And if you're in a WhatsApp group, you're probably gonna get them first, to be honest. Because that's the easiest.
You will.
Easiest and stuff. But yeah, it was a great show. I feel like we should do it again. Yeah, it was a vibe. It was a vibe and a half. Everyone's just so freaking lovely. I think Kempire's still here. I don't know. I mean, he's protected from his business, so who knows? He could be gone already. Do you know what I mean? But
I should have gone out to dinner with him or something like that as well.
Yeah.
Next time comes, we'll sort it out a lot more.
Yeah. Defo. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I forgot to go live on TikTok. Let me do that now.
Remind me, I haven't pressed live on Instagram.
Oh, did you not?
There we go. We are live on Instagram. Hey, Insta family.
How are Instagram doing?
Instas are good, you know. We usually, when people come on from Insta, they usually do just drop off and come to YouTube, so it's good.
Okay, cool.
And here we go.
Okay, right. I'm going live now on TikTok. Hey, TikTok family. Oh, God, I just hate the angle, bruv. I need to figure this out. What I'm going to do over this Christmas period, I'm going to reconfigure my recording space. Like, do you know what I mean? I can't call it a studio yet because it definitely isn't that. Hey, Avis. It definitely isn't that. But yeah, I need to reconfigure it.
I need a stand for my phone so that it's up because it really is like it's fi and bust.
Oh, serious? They're getting the sexy angle. Oh, you just reminded me. I do actually have a stand, but then the angle. Why? What is going on here? Can I just say as well, like shameless plug, but look at this colorway this is new colorway on Everyday Friday at the moment. I'm really loving this green. It's so nice.
Forest green. That is like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I have a lot of jumpers in forest green.
Oh, do you? It's such a complimentary color. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, cool. I feel like I am now ready to go. Right. So today we are talking. We're gonna try anyway. Love never lies. Love never lies. Yeah. Thank you so much, Joe. It's available on everydayfriday.co.uk. Yes. We're going to talk Love Never Lies, the reunion, and then also what's it called? What is it called? The Ultimatum season 3. That's what we're going to try and get through everything. Okay, cool. Oh God, let's hope we also remember everything too. So let's start with Love Never Lies South Africa. The reunion, to be fair, it kind of gave what it was supposed to give. Do you know what I mean?
Every show host needs to watch this reunion and be like, I need to be like Minnie.
Yeah,
more like Minnie.
Told you I like that girl. You know, I like her. I actually like her. I like her a lot. Like, seriously. Best. Yeah.
Like, yes. I think, is this going too far? I think she's better than Andy Cohen.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's that likable, so I like Mimi. So yes, in that, yes. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, cool. Why would I disagree? Yes, she is. She was asking the right questions. She was pressing the right issues, even when it got awkward. Like, I just love. There's something about the South African like reality TV shows and like what we're seeing of the South African people as well, even if it is like the most, you know, extroverted in some aspects, that kind of thing. I love the way they marry like the accountability, the togetherness, the community of it all, and then also the spirituality as well, kind of thing. And I love how that's just blended so nicely in a natural conversation, right? I feel like that was an insight into the culture that I hadn't really seen done in a show like this before. And that was just like, oh, I like this. I absolutely like this at all, because it's just so familiar. Do you know what I mean? It's just so familiar.
Which turned into a word of the episode. Familiar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Familiar. Oh, yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah, seriously. But yeah, it was great. Mimi done a fantastic job. I love her outfit. I love her. I think I love her. I think she's brilliant. Like, and I'm just like, how have I never seen this girl before? But obviously, I don't really consume South African TV, so how would I know? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do we have any South Africans in the chat? Who's usually, is Sonia still about?
Sonia.
Is Minnie actually famous? Like, is she a host and has other shows? I would watch her in other things. I actually am like, I should follow her as well. I'm a fan. I really liked her. She won me over with this reunion. Totally. It's phenomenal.
And she was a vibe, and she just didn't, I don't even know, like, definitely not, because even when Bahale, I don't know if that's how I say it properly, but I think
it's Buchale.
Buchale. Yeah. Buchale. When he even tried it as well, the way she got him together, like so quick, like the subtext was not me, mind yourself. Like, do you know what I mean? Well, she done it so swiftly and so nicely. I was just like, okay, cool. She is a professional, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So really appreciate it. She definitely asked the right questions for sure. Okay, let me just go to my little page with all the pictures of the couples, and we can go through it one by one. So let's start with Sia and Pretty. So Sia and Pretty are still together. No surprises there.
No.
Surprise. You're not surprised, are you? Because
no. That was one that we said they definitely would still be together. Maybe with a dynamic, but they were wearing matching outfits. So I don't even know if their dynamic has changed. I still think she's the boss.
Yeah, definitely. He was talking more. Do you know what I mean? He was giving his opinion and everything. They're not married yet. Do you know what I mean? But he has met her mum. The mum supports them. I think there is like this whole thing. I think there's, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, especially the South Africans in the place as well, but it's just like meeting the parents seems to be like a massive deal. Like, it's like if you meet the parents, you're basically saying that you want to get married, like kind of thing. It's just like it's that type of thing. But he has met the mum saying like, you need to bring the dowry, bring the cows, or the next time you're not going to enter the gate and everything like that. She basically made a whole big statement saying, that's my man, I love him, I have a type, but I think he's handsome. Like, I'm saying it loudly for everybody to hear. Do you know what I mean? That's my guy. So yeah.
Yes. It was you know what? I liked that they kept on opening up the floor. That Minnie was like, everybody else say what you think, because they spoke what I was feeling. It's cool to still say you've got your type, and that they picked up on, but that it was belittling each time she did it, because it was out of anger, and then it's very venomous. It's like all of the opposite to who he is as well. So I'm glad they called her out on that. I would have liked him to have said a little bit more, just a bit more, like, you was out of order, because she's so eloquent with what he did wrong. Her twerking in the man's face with her batty all day, that never came up. Like, he didn't say that was inappropriate. That's what it is.
No, he didn't. But I mean, he was very close to Marley. Marley, the girl that he was with, he was very close to her,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
and she, you know, she came on the VT, and she was doing up uber sexiness. I don't know what she was doing. She was just like, things got spicy and kinky, and you know, she tried to get in contact with him. Apparently off camera he said that he wanted to give her babies and everything. He was just like, wow, you know, I was just talking for talking's sake, essentially. Do you know what I mean? I was just saying things, didn't really mean it, basically. And then, you know, Pretty was just like, oh, actually, the text, I know what's said in the text. She starts relaying the text. She relayed the text almost word for word. That's what it seemed like. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that was interesting. But then seeing the clips of Pretty doing a Jill Scott and simulating oral on that poor flower, that was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot.
She went in as well. It was,
yeah.
I just wanted him to just speak up a little bit more for himself. But Malay, I don't know. Like, she was really giving honey trap vibes.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm being nice when I talk on her, but I was like, girl, this is not a flex. I don't know if they've paid you to do all of this, but this ain't the one.
Yeah.
Like, and then I almost, if he did say like I was just talking, I wouldn't believe in her that he said anything about babies. Like, I was literally like, you're being so over the top. I don't believe what you're saying anymore. But at least he, you know, he said he did say it.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I don't know. I believed her, but I just thought this is a lot. This is a lot for like someone responded. Why now are you still doing the most? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, it's just too much. I just thought, like, what is your profession here? Like, you're confusing me. I don't know what's going on.
That's the question, Malay. What's your profession?
What's going on, bro? It was a lot. But I feel like Pretty was just like, with her actions, although they were wild, I think it was out of retaliation. Do you know what I mean? Because she had seen CR do his bits first and she wanted to hurt him. Like, she was spiraling in those moments. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, it wasn't great. It wasn't a good look on her, and she laughed it off. And he laughed it off, but like, I was just like, nah, this is awkward as fuck.
Raise the playbacks, and they did all the best clips as well. But I was like, this is really awkward to watch.
Yeah,
I was getting itchy. I was getting itchy watching it. It was very uncomfortable. All of the antics that went on, I was like, oh god, this is weird. Again, how these things bring couples together, I don't understand it. I don't get when they're like, but now we're stronger for it. I don't get it.
I think it's lies. I think that's what the producers told them to say. Yeah, like, honestly. Okay, let's move on to why have they done that? Okay, cool. Well, we'll go to this picture. Nalede and Nikiwe. So they are still together. They are actually still together. I don't know. I don't know how.
Baffled.
I was confused. Hold on one second. Let me just find my notes. Oh no, what's happened?
You done?
Oh no. My TikTok live has just sexual issues. And gender-based violence. What?
I had that one time when we were on, and I swear nothing was said. I just appealed it, and it was like, okay, cool. But I don't know. It was very strange, but yeah, I had that flag up come as well.
That is very weird. Okay, so does that mean I can't go live now?
No, I stopped it, but it did let me back on the next day. It didn't like stop the live forever or anything.
Oh no, it's like I've been access suspended. What the fuck?
I'm serious. That's wild. I ain't said nothing. All swore.
No, I did say fuck. But yeah.
I have my sound going as well, and nothing's come up for me.
That's weird.
Let's see.
Right, sorry, 1 second. Sorry, I'm really like all my stuff is all over the place at the moment. Okay, so these guys basically their rings are off. They're not getting married at the moment anytime soon, and they've actually had a break as well. So Naledi, she had was seeing someone else, had an affair. Essentially, they had an affair. But Nikiwe found out about it spiritually. So she had something was in her spirit and said, you need to ask a question about this and see what's going on. And lo and behold, it was true. Yeah. They were seeing someone and they broke up. But while they broke up, they were still living together. And Nikiwe was really upset. She lent on her experienced sisters as well. And but she was praying to get Naledi back. Praying. And I'm just like, okay, cool. To me, Naledi basically says that they say that they are possessive, they are, jealousy and all this kind of stuff, and it's bordering toxic masculinity. And I feel like that they are wearing that like a badge of honor. That was my read. And I just thought, this is not cool.
At all.
This is not cool. At all. They got matching tattoos now as well. But basically says like, I miss you in French, but I think the translation is like when you're gone, there's a part of me missing or something, or kind of thing, which was beautiful. I like that. But I was just like, oh, what is happening here? Seriously, what is happening? What was your thoughts?
I think that Naledi is I think she's a user. So when they were talking about we were still together, no, that's Nikiwe's house, and you haven't left properly because you know that she still likes you, and they know. So it's like she can come back again whenever. They are a nonsense, and I think they're gonna have that back and forth constantly. Also, it's like, how can you be in this polyamorous relationship for Nikiwe that you don't want to be in? You don't want to be polyamorous because you are monogamous, but then Naledi will have dalliances with other people, as she says, when my soul is calling to somebody else. Right? I can't apart from them.
Basically, when I'm horny,
I didn't nowhere. Like it's not going to work. And actually, that they have got away with this and were able to come back home. It's a template now. Like they are the pair of them. I was literally like, this is silly. Like once the spirit told you what it told you, that was the time to be like, okay, cool. We are done now.
Yeah.
And I go to somewhere else. And also, I just feel like Nikiwe actually wants a man as well.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure about them. It was also when she spoke about her ex before, and then the man that they brought in for her, it's like, I don't know. I think you actually do want a man, and I think that there's a posturing that Naledi does that is very like masculine, like being ultra man-like. And it's like, this isn't. I don't see the through line of a match here. I think you will have this going on, and maybe even the next one will be Nikiwe will get a man, and then she will cheat, and they'll go back and forth. So overall, it's a toxic situation.
I don't see that. I don't see the whole man thing. No, because I feel like if she wanted to do that, she would have done it already. Do you know what I mean? And she's had the right to as well, kind of thing.
Nikiwe has cheated already with her ex.
Yes, but I mean, like, even now, because now she wants to be monogamous, that kind of thing. She doesn't. She could have, because of Nalide's behavior. Nikiwe could have. She could have. Like, do you know what I mean? But she hasn't. So I don't see that. I don't see like it's a man thing. I think she's just drawn to Nalede, and that's her person. And seeing it like that. But I do think like the toxic masculinity, I think there's something around that. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think that means that Nikiwe wants a man. But I think that there is why are you okay with this toxic behavior? That's what I think it is. And then Nalede saying that this might be in their bloodline as well. Did you hear that line? I was just like, what? Like, if you're saying, do you know how much of a perfect excuse that is for toxic behavior? Like, it's in my bloodline. I was just like, wow.
Just free
crazy.
The pair of you. Like, Nalede, you can do your thing as well. Where you can do your thing. It just seems like a falsehood to try and force this pairing when actually your foundations are so different. So somebody has to overcompromise.
Yeah. And I think like maybe, and also Nikiwe's got a child, you know? Like, so what's going on? Like, why would you I don't know. I don't know what their actual setup is, but I just thought like this is toxic around your child. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Yeah, exactly, Sora. I agree. Cool. Okay, so moving on to, do we have another picture? Oh.
Oh God.
Nancy. How do you say his name again?
Wachale. But she even pronounces it. She does like a wachale. Yeah, wachale.
Yeah, I think it's a challenge to get this right on the first time for me anyway. Do you know what I mean? Oh God, these two stress me out. They are still together. They are still frigging together. They did do a compilation of him saying the word consistent, being consistent and be all the time, yeah, which is insane. And no, it wasn't insane. They were just doing it. They thought it was a joke. Mimi put it as a joke kind of thing, and then he brought everyone together and now say it all together like consistency. You know what I mean? And it was saying so much that even Nancy was saying it all the time as well, kind of thing. But Charlie did not find this funny.
No.
He did not find it funny at all.
Did you see his face? He said that was funny.
Yeah.
With the straightest face ever. I was like, you're actually scary, dude.
It was a lot. It was actually a lot.
Oh my God.
It was, and he, you know, Mimi asked him, like, not Mimi, Minnie asked him, like, you know, what did you mean by the consistency? What was your understanding of this? He was just like, you know, Nancy, you know, she needs to follow through with things, kind of thing. All Mimi said was follow through with what? He said, let me finish. Bro, relax.
He was hot and bothered and vexed.
Honestly, like, I just thought you cannot be highly strung on a reality TV show. Are you okay? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, reduce it all down. You know, she was saying, like, Minnie was saying, like, I'm just trying to understand, obviously, that kind of thing. And he just goes on to say, like, you know, Nancy, she has these ideas, but she basically doesn't follow through, that she wanted to do a finance business, fragrance business and everything like that. And then, Nalede then jumped in and was saying, what it is that as long as it aligns with what you want, then it's okay. But, you know, anything else, you don't want her to be. Do you know what I mean? She can't just exist and be herself. Like, she has to align with what you want, you know, as long as she's in your vision, you know. And then he even tried to then jump in again, and Minnie was just like, no, I'm asking Nancy, like, what do you mean? you know, or what's your response to this? And she was chatting and she's just like, you know what, like, you know, his thing is he really loves money. He loves money, blah, 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 da, 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 da. Then they switch to the cheating conversation. She says, Nancy saying like, oh, it was really tough and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? It was so tough that she disconnected with her gift. And she couldn't even call on the ancestors to like basically guide her and that sort of thing. He then was just like, you know, but Charlie was just like, yeah, you know, seeing her gift go away and, you know, me praying for the both of them. I was just like, brother, you're taking it now as a burden. Are you here? Get the hell out of here as well. And then they talked about Mia, and, you know, he was talking about, you know, she was so familiar. That's what you were saying. So familiar, you know, the familiarity all the time of it all. You know, it was like a mirror and everything like that, that I forgot there was cameras and everything like that. And lo and behold, who is there? Not Mia. It's Mia not there. She walked in with a red dress, the same color that Nancy is wearing. I thought they'd done it on purpose, yeah? It was ridiculous. I felt sorry for Nancy so bad, yeah, because she's sitting there looking at this girl that basically just had felt no way to mash up their relationship for no reason. And I was just like, how is this possible? Like, I couldn't do this. Could you do this? I couldn't do this.
I'll go back to the two of them coming out to sitting together and being together. I think Nancy, this is a hard one. I didn't believe that Nancy isn't doing this for revenge on Bahale. There was something in her facial expressions. I was like, Nancy has full control over this whole situation, and she's locked Bahale in to something. There was just a way her eyes were glinting. I was like, okay, this has a longer game plan for her. And it was when she said about how he loves money, I also got a feeling like, no, Nancy, you love money as well. You two are actually more suited than our last time when we were talking about it. I gave it credit. I was like, they are a yin and yang. They actually work in tandem to each other. Now, I do still believe his preference is Mia as well. I think he still has a thing for, and I think she does have a bit of black in her as well. Looking at her more closely, I was like, I swear there's something there. But overall, I was like, these two actually deserve each other in a way, and they're fulfilling something in each other. And it's not so much poor Nancy in this situation. I think she will twist Bahali's head and probably take all of his money as well. Like, he will get his comeuppance from it all. That's my initial thoughts on them too. But I wasn't so much like Nancy is the downtrodden woman at all. Not at all.
Okay. But could you do this though? Could you sit there if you knew that your partner had an affair? Could you sit there and talk to the girl?
Yes, but if that's the whole thing that I'm saying, is because she's in control with this situation in a different way than they're showing us. Yes, because I know what I need. The full 60. I need all of the truth to come out. I need him to get his his social beating, but we're still together. And she knows what she's going to take from that man as well. So yeah, I could do it with a plan, definitely.
Wow, nah, not me. Definitely not. And I don't know. I don't think she's in control of anything personally. Mia's just sitting there. She's just sitting there. Nancy's just like, you know, okay, why? Like, she's looking at Mia, she's looking at Bachala, and she's just like, why? Like, what is this? Like, what is going on? Okay, she's hot, but why? You know? And he's just talking about, you know, it was so familiar. So all this kind of stuff.
And what does it mean? Why didn't nobody ask him what does familiar mean? I really wanted him to, with his wordsmith self, to try and really encapsulate what do you mean by that?
Yeah, ridiculous. So then what Mia does, it's another Mia, by the way, just pointing it out. Don't name your children Mia. Wild women in reality. So Mia's just like, first of all, what I need to do is say sorry. It's just like, I don't know what, I don't like the way she talks either. I need to say sorry to Nancy and everything like that. Sorry for the role that I played in this. And I was just like, you stole that from Nicole. But anyway. But there are some difficult. It's going to be a difficult conversation because there's some truths that you might not know. Then we see Bachale like sitting up straight. Yeah, first of all, he was all kind of like this. Then he starts sitting up straight. Like, do you know what I mean? His face is screw as well.
Arms folded.
Yeah. He's not
changed.
happy. He's not like, he's just like bracing himself for impact at this point. So then, Mia's talking and she's saying like, yeah, off camera, there's just some discrepancies, like about the early stages. She finds it hard to talk, and then every single second she's pausing, and I'm just like, these people are I definitely want to hear the story, don't get me wrong, but they are giving her so much grace, and I'm just like, how is she getting away with this? But okay, cool, let's hear the story. Then she starts going into detail.
Did Mia actually talk like that all the way through? Can anybody? I don't remember her voice being that small and that slow. Like her whole tone.
She did with him. Yeah, she did. Because I remember it was irritating before. Yeah, because she was happier, but she did speak like that. Yeah, and it was just like, oh, you're going, woo. Like, just shut. Like, I want to shake her. But anyway. So like she talks about what happened, and she was saying about like, things happening with like fingers under the covers, touching of skin, from like the second day, putting the hand, like them being in the car, her putting her hand on his knee. So you're actively, anyway, like,
yeah,
and her moving the hands away, him putting it back, him putting his hand in between her thighs, doing stuff like, do you know what I mean? Bits were happening from early on. Bits on camera. It happened before their first date as well. Like, it was just insane.
On the way to the date, that is taking place.
What's happening.
That date where we're so connected, I never go to the sea. That was the lead up to that.
And remember I said the bullshit about being by the water, because when you went to go and do your, like, oh, woe is me, I've done a crime, let me go wash myself in the water. But the other day you didn't know the sea. Like, get out of here. Because that familiar he's talking about is spirit. I can't control what the spirit wants. It's bullshit. It's actually bullshit what he's talking about. Then she goes on to say that, actually, while this is happening, Mimi is just confirming that everything is consensual, what was happening. So just to confirm that Mia was a willing participant in this as well, right?
I love that she did that consistently.
Honestly,
to each part of the story, that was consensual.
It was consensual. Because I mean, you have to be careful as well. Like, you're not coerced into doing anything. The producers haven't told you to do this, that you are doing this of your own accord. And she said that she did. And then like Bachale tries to interrupt, you know what I mean? Mimi has to say like, look, you know what? Just ease. We're going to hear this, then we're going to come to you. I'm glad that he agreed to that. Nancy's just like, okay, cool, that's great and everything, but Mia, speak louder. I want to hear your voice. Speak louder. Say it with your chest. Then Mia starts talking about that they went to he was in a bathroom, but Charlie was in a bathroom or something like that kind of thing, and she gave him a BJ, and at one point, because of the cameras, he kind of suggested that she should crawl on her knees towards him to either finish this off or some sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? This is where she kind of started to get the ick, because she was just like, hold on a second, you want me to do this? Like, and you're not even being truthful with what's going on. Like, do you know what I mean? And she just didn't like that. She really didn't. And then she didn't like how the lies were happening. She said that they did actually have full sex, and that he didn't pull out. He did pull out, but he busted on her butt.
Yeah.
Basically. And then she said, if you didn't do that, what was you rubbing into my butt? because it wasn't lotion. And I just thought, girl, you know, there's some things that you don't need on international television. You don't need it.
I get why she had to clarify, because from his
No.
thing, he's like, I went in and I came out like as if it was a regret. Like actually, I pulled out quickly because I had gone too far. Whereas what Mia is saying is, no, you basically you had a premature ejaculation, and so once you went in, you then came straight away, and you managed to pull out. So she just setting the record straight that it weren't some attack of conscience, like, oh my God, I've gone too far, like he was making out. And he couldn't say anything to that.
No.
Also, even looking at Nancy's face, she was like, I know he suffers from that. Her face totally looked like, yeah, that sounds about right. Like that would happen.
It's just gross. I was just like, nah, this is unnecessary. The on the butt DL was unnecessary because she said this is her favorite feature. Do you know what I mean? This is what she's promoting. This is what she, you know what I mean? It's unnecessary. Mia, girl, no, this is not the way. But anyway, do you, honey, if that's what you want to do. But no, at the same time.
Just giving context.
Seriously. And then she's just like, because the problem is I'm such a fertile person and I needed a plan B. Like, and then she was just like, because he's going on, like, it was just such emotional, like it wasn't just physical, it was emotional as well. And then she spoke to Sia as well. We see her with Sia and Manaka as well after one of these things happened.
Yeah,
we see that. And it was just like, okay, cool, so she needs to go get the plan B, which she did and everything. I think Mimi asked him, is everything you're saying true? He's just like, yeah, everything she said is true. Do you know what I mean? And then it goes to Nancy, like, what do you need to know? And her main thing, Nancy's main thing, is that he didn't tell her everything. Yeah. That was her main thing, that she was like, why didn't you tell me? And his thing was just like, the fear of losing her was why he didn't say everything. And then he kept on saying it was familiar. And then she tells him, stop saying it's familiar. Stop it. Do you know what I mean? It was ridiculous. Oh, was it? It was Malay. Okay, cool. Thank you. And yeah, so then they open it up to the group. And Kunse, he basically said, like, like he was saying, like, look, yeah, I feel you, I get why you lied and everything like that, but you've had a whole year to tell the truth and you haven't said the truth. Do you know what I mean? Pretty was like, Nancy has shown you so many times, like count of times, how much she loves you, how much she feels for you and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? And what is it, Nalede? I think she was, they were the ones, sorry, they're saying that, you're selfish, you don't consider, maybe it was Nancy, I can't remember, but someone was saying that he doesn't consider Nancy's feelings, not considering Mia's feelings and everything like that. Yeah,
I think that was Lynn. A lot. Lynn gave a good summary and kept on getting interrupted by Pretty as well. But overall, that was like, the sentiment was that you basically did what you wanted to do and had your way with both of these women, which is, it's factually true. He did. He managed to get the end away with Mia, and then after that day, it seemed like I didn't get the sequence of events. You see, they went to a clip and he was saying that I do like you and we have this connection. I was like, is that after the sex part where you've also told her, like, don't get a plan B because they're going to know, like, wait until after that. I needed the timeline to be sewn up properly, but they kind of jumped what he had been doing. And then also, you see when he spoke and he said to Mia, like everything that happened was real.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no. Again, there was just something in Nancy. I was like, how can he say to this girl in your face, everything that's happened is real? I had feelings. That it was all true to form, but it's her, and you don't flinch. You're literally like, okay, cool, this is all okay. I had no
Who
sympathy.
doesn't flinch?
Nancy. There was no like, how are you talking to me like that? Like there was nothing. She was just sitting pensive. Your man, your baby father, is telling another woman everything that we went through was real, and I truly had feelings for you. Nah.
I mean, well, she says it, you know, she was asked on a scale of 1 to 10, like how, you know, 1, you're not going to be together, 10, you know, you're looking forward to marriage, you want to get married. How do you feel? And Nancy said 9. Everyone was shocked. It was like audible gasps in the studio, audible gasps. And she was like, because I love him. I love him. I want to be with him always. Do you know what I mean? That she's only upset because he didn't tell the truth. Like what? Like get off the floor. Oh, get off the floor. And then you know it just goes on. You know, she's basically. I was just like, you know what? For me, no, never. Never. I am happy to be one of God's favorites that I don't have to suffer this kind of nonsense. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely crazy. And then it's just like, but Charlie was just like, okay, what should I tell them? And it's just like, because you know, we got a son. we what? So I was just like, you know what? Yeah, they ain't never breaking back. This was kind of giving Kanye vibes, like, yeah, got what I wanted. This is what I wanted, got a child. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of is, it is what it is. But I was just like, girl, you are strong as hell. I don't know if it's strong or stupid. I don't know. It's kind of like this gray area because I could never, just could never. But she's got a child now, so what can she actually do? Like she wants to stay there.
I think she always wanted a child. Was why she kept on asking about did you use a condom? Did you use protection? I think that was, she always wanted to have his child. Coupled with obviously somehow he is well to do in some shape or form. I think she was setting things up. And then it was also you know, when she was like, you know, I need our bond to be really strong. And I was just like, I don't think you're a downtrodden woman, actually. I don't know. I don't know. I was just getting more sides to her, like, okay, yeah, she's going to, it's not even just as simple, she's going to stick beside him. I feel she has a plan. And as Joe said, I could be giving her more credit, but there's a lot of bits to what she was saying and her composure that doesn't, I just felt she was a stronger than we had been giving her credit. I think she was very in control of a lot of parts to this. So I'm not sure. I mean, let's just watch this space, but I think she's going to take that man for all of his money. Like, honestly, I think he should probably think about who he's with.
I don't think so. I genuinely don't think so. I think she knows that, as someone said, that she has secured the bag, Will Smith, with the child. Like, I think that is, she's definitely done that. So maybe in a sense that she's set up for life. But he don't respect this woman. He don't respect this woman. She's an idiot to him. Because the way he's talking and the way he's acting, it's just like, oh, you know, you're so familiar in these white women's thighs, yeah. Do you know what I mean? For all of 1 week, like, do you know what I mean? For 1 week, you've done this whole thing. Didn't use protection when do you know what I mean? Like, just what? And the thing is, this is the thing. Remember, Nancy was counting the condoms as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, what the fuck? Like, you've gone. He doesn't think it, and he went to the river to go. No, exactly, Joe. He's not done being unfaithful. He's completely still unfaithful, probably to this day.
Yeah.
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? Because she's a no, Mia's not pregnant. Mia's not pregnant.
I think Mia alluded to that. I really thought she was going to go there and say his actions, even as he kept on saying it was so familiar. I wanted somebody to really deduce you're so comfortable with this pattern and you are here with your woman and you still manage to do this. There is no way on the outside when you go on a business trip, you're not smashing.
Oh yeah.
It's just this has to be your pattern. And also how she was, like, all you have to do is just tell me. I was like, you guys are in this flow, you know. That's why he can use words like it's just familiar. Because probably between them, they know what that is. I wanted to know, what do you mean by familiar? Have you got a string of exes that look just like I wanted more digging. But
no,
they know what's going on.
She likes that. That word is for her. It's for her. He's talking about the ancestor, like Nalade said, it's probably in his blood. It's probably in his freaking blood, mate. Because what the fuck, that was wild. I just thought the show was wild. It made me think, like, I can't lie, I was just like, okay, Mia, so what do you do for a living? Because wow. Like, you went all out. Like, they gave her a brief and she was just like, no, I'm the top. I'm an overachiever. She said, I'm an overachiever. I've got to win it. What are you winning, bro? What are you winning? Nothing. Nothing.
She gave them the storyline that they were after. Like, I don't know. And then they all seemed shocked. And I was like, are you guys all acting? Have you not seen Nancy for a whole year? You didn't know she was pregnant? Like, literally, how has
it looks like it? I don't know. Maybe they were acting. I don't know. But it seemed. But when the girls were talking amongst it about who's been talking to who, they didn't mention Nancy. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know how close they are to Nancy. Also, as well, if I was Nancy, I would be embarrassed. I'm not talking to anybody. Do you know what I mean? Because why is it my man has slipped and fell into this white woman's lap? I don't know. I would be embarrassed. I would take myself away, of course, especially if I'm going to stay with him.
If she had been speaking to them, I'm sure Nikiwe probably would have told her. If Nalede knew everything that had taken place, Nikiwe probably did as well.
Yeah, but also at the end, Nikiwe looked like super excited for Nancy. I don't know if you saw that, but like when they were hugging at the end, she looked like, oh, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it was like, it did seem like new news. And I don't think there was I don't know. Maybe not everybody knew and stuff. But yeah, wild. Absolutely wild.
And they're still not married, yeah?
No, they're not married. They don't need to be married. What do they need to
be married? No, Nancy. No. Nancy, I need you to talk on this more. I think she's got a plan.
No, I absolutely doubt it.
Someone's got something going on. But
she seems like, you know what? Okay, that's what men do. That's what she's just like. She's just like, okay, that's what men do. He's my man. He's a provider. I've got a baby. Like, cool. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of, it seems like that kind of vibe. I don't think she's taking him for any sort of money. Like, the way he talks to women in general, she ain't got no plan. Like, do you know what I mean? She's just okay with this. She was just piping up in that situation because other people were on her side. I don't think that's how it happens at home. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't think she has that kind of voice.
I don't know.
He's validated maybe for the first time or something, but he looks like he can say anything, and she's just be like, "Okay, cool."
He was saying nothing each time. I was like, Bushale, you said zero. You literally just said words, a string of words together. You have not explained a jot. You have said nothing about what has taken place. Even him arguing back with Mia, it was like you weren't saying anything. You're basically confirming what she said. She pulled away. You moved somewhere where the cameras weren't there, and you beckoned her over. He said the same thing. It was like, so why are you arguing with her? that's what she said had taken place. Like, he weren't saying anything. He just likes using words.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's with the consistency as well. It's just like rude. And he's insulted. Anyway, we could go on and on and on. Okay, Kuda and Lynn. Kuda and Lynn are not together. They
Thank
lasted 2 weeks.
I'm glad for Lynn. I'm glad for Lynn.
You're glad for Lynn.
Yeah, I was like, well done, Lynn.
Did you see another side of Lynn? I think that's what I saw. I saw another side of Lynn. And I was just like, girl, maybe relax a little bit. I don't know. I just thought it was just very...
Her giddiness with Viso.
Okay, that I did see that for sure. Basically, her thing was like, he didn't change at all. Like, yes, he may have cut off his dreads and everything like that, but nothing else really changed at all. Yeah. So I think they were chatting for a bit. They broke up. They may have talked for another 2-3 weeks and everything like that. You know, Kuda's with someone else now as well. He said that he's in therapy, you know, he's playing golf, he's moving more he's moved offices, it's more expensive and everything like that. I don't know why you mentioned that, but okay. And yeah, I think she was scared to end it previously. And I think so was he, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? But she could see that, you know, he wasn't going to change. He wasn't ever going to change, you know. She did say that Manaka helped her and everything like that as well. And basically by saying like, okay, but why are you kind of getting to the why of why you're here? Like, why are you in this relationship? Why are you suffering this and everything like that? And Lynn was just like, you know what, it made me realize that all of this was for nothing. Obviously being rejected on national television and everything like that wasn't easy for Kuda. With the whole thing with Viso, she said her feelings are real. She was smiling hard. She was blushing. He bought her a cake for her birthday. He comes out as well. He's there in the studio because why not? Bloody hell. She wants to give him a hug. She goes to give him a hug. And I just thought, this is a little bit of a liberty. Do you know what I mean? I felt like, okay, this is a bit wild, but Kuda's with someone, so I get it, but I thought this is a little bit wild because it does violate bro code. It really did. But Viso reveals that he had no idea that him and Lynn were dating. That Kuda and Lynn were dating. He had no idea for 7 years. That's insane. That's insane to me.
Kudo did say we don't actually talk that much. So I was thinking, all right, so it's a flatmate. Maybe he was only in the flat for a period of time and they loosely know each other. You should still know who you should have seen her about, but
yeah,
maybe, as she says, like, Kudo is so wild and has lots of different friends and he has lots of bros. Maybe he just wasn't a part of that circle to know that he was ever in a relationship. If he always presented like he was single, maybe they're not that close at all. That's what I'm sure.
As the girl in that, that is what, 7 years, and your flatmate doesn't know that I'm your girlfriend. You don't rate me.
Yeah,
you absolutely don't rate me. Because how, like, even on social media, he doesn't know that why is there any ambiguity? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why doesn't people should know? Like, that's insane. 7 years is a long time to be in this, you know, behind the scenes, for sure. So like, you know, mini arcs, like, you know, if Viso said, you know, you guys had a shot, would you? And Lynn said, yeah, with the quickness, with the absolute quickness. Asked Viso the same thing. He took his time. He was just like, basically, I need to talk to Kuda.
That hurt. Wasn't she like, no, Lynn, no. How can you get pied like this? Like, No,
Seriously, it
she
was
smiles
just
too hard. She was smiling too hard after this man. Like, I was
yeah.
calm. Keep like, let him chase you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't be so like, I'm on him, I'm on him, I'm on him. Like, chill out a little bit.
Yeah. No, it was a lot. It was actually a lot. But Lynn did say, you know, she's very proud of Kuda, that he has changed now. Do you know what I mean? It was just, yeah, it was just a bit. I don't know. I thought this was just a bit awkward. I really did think it made it a bit awkward, because then I think when he said that he was seeing someone else, and you know, he was talking about, oh, the experience has made him a better boyfriend.
Yeah,
You know, and he was saying something, and then Lynn just interrupted. She's just like, yeah, because you was a dick.
yeah.
Sorry. Like, girl, like, if the year later, like, no, that was
No.
uncalled for, because even Minnie was just like, Lynn, stop
Yes,
that.
she's bitter. She
Yeah,
says, isn't it? She's bitter. No, it
she's
was Manaka that said, I'm bitter.
hmm?
7 years. 7 years
7 years.
with this, bro. You know, it's like, look, what is she? So she's 33, 34 now. That is your late 20s. You are going to think this is a serious one. You're putting in the time. And then now you've got the cheek to be sitting next to you and being like, yeah, I'm a better boyfriend for this girl. Like, so basically,
Mm.
that's like 7 years shaping you. And this one's going to get the good version that I wasn't able to get. Yeah, you're going to be vexed.
Mm.
Going to be vexed.
Yeah, but you need to swallow it though, man. It's been a year, and you just said that you want to date his friend. So you know what I mean? You've run up, you've hugged him, and you're giggling like a schoolgirl. So no,
Yeah, I
no, no,
agree
no.
though. Vizzo ain't on it.
Yeah,
He ain't
probably
on it.
not.
It was just for screen time. But his
Mm,
face, everything, there was nothing suggest. Even when he said they were supposed to meet up in Joburg and they didn't, I was like, Lynn,
mm,
free this guy. Like, he don't chase him. He ain't on it. But she was
honestly,
already giggling so hard and everything. It's like, oh Lord, this is long. But he ain't the person.
embarrassing.
He's
I found
very
it
much.
embarrassing. I bet they're not. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, cool. So Manaka and Konse,
Couldn't
Kon-
say yes.
Konse, the winners of the show. They actually won the show. They won the money.
Yeah.
And they broke up. They broke up real quick.
As
They
they
broke up.
should.
Yeah, they should have, to be fair. They broke up, they got back together, and then she was saying, oh, saying sweet nothings. You know, she's done a lot of learning, basically. That's what the gist of this whole conversation was. That she was just like, it was almost like she couldn't recognize the girl in the show. She's just like, no, what is she saying? This is ridiculous. Like, you know, and she was just like, yeah, never again, never, ever in my life will I fight for a man that doesn't want me, you know? Do you know what I mean? I was just like, girl, I love this for you.
Exactly.
Also, yeah, she was giving me India vibes, you know. Like, she reminds me of India from Love
Oh,
Island.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
a
yes,
yeah.
yeah. Actually, even her speech pattern, I see
Yeah,
it. Yes. There's a synergy there, definitely.
yeah. She's a stunning girl. Like, she could definitely do better than this guy. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it just that yeah. He basically was trying to defend himself and everything like that. I think I can't remember who it was just saying, like, look, like, again, you're not taking accountability for what you're saying. Like, do you know what I
Anyway,
mean? And you know, so who was it?
Nikiwe.
Nikiwa, yeah, she was calling him out on it, and then
Yeah,
he done it again. What I did like, he was just like, oh yeah, I see what you mean. Like,
yeah.
do you know what I mean? I did like that for him, that he was like recognizing it and understanding that it's not great. Do you know what I mean? I mean, they're young, 21, 22, they're babies. I mean, they're a year older now, I guess, but like, they're babies, you know, seriously. So they got their whole lives ahead of them and everything like that. I think he cheated on her again, or he was seen at a bar with another girl that wasn't her.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was that. And Lynn was speaking to Manaka's maturity, saying that she's a mature soul. Do you know what I mean? Seriously. So, you know, it was never it was never going to be her portion, essentially. Yeah, and she's seeing someone as well. She's seeing someone. I wish her all the best. I really do.
I hope it all works out for her as well,
Mhm.
and for Gunsei as well.
Mm.
He's just young, silly. Hopefully, he'll grow out of it. But while I was watching the episode before, episode 7, I was speaking to Russ about it, and I was like, this guy has never lied. I didn't realize that Monaka had also answered truthfully to everything as well. But I noticed that Gunsei, the hard questions, the dude always just told the truth. Like, because there was an element of he didn't give a shit. So for season 2, that's how you got to go on, really. It's just like, whatever happens, I'm in it for the money, and I'm going to tell the truth at all times. Because he knew he weren't going to be with her, really.
Yeah.
I think she was more like, I want this guy. For his fun side, he's just a joker, but she really wants a proper man. I hope that happens for her.
Yeah.
He ain't ready yet. He's like a young Buddha. Like, he'll probably be a joker until he's 40. Like, I don't think he'll grow up anytime soon.
No, I agree. Okay, and then I think it's Clayton and Wilfred. Our last couple. Where's my notes on that? Yeah, they're together. Yeah, they are still together. They've held off the marriage side of things. They're moving to Joburg as well. Clayton has Clayton has blocked. He said he is not following Simo, the guy that he was paired with, on any other platform but TikTok. And I just thought, like, why is TikTok sacred?
I know. I was thinking, I don't understand. Like, if you block him, you block him. No, to like TikTok, there's still inbox.
Yeah, exactly. You can still message there.
But maybe I thought I've got to tell the truth just in case it comes out. So still tell the truth that we still have communication on something. Yeah, that's what that told me. I was like, just block him, innit?
Makes sense. But yeah, and yeah, that was about it. This was light. Do you know what I mean? Their vibe, they're moving in together, they're moving city together. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and they're doing well. I didn't have any other notes on these two.
They switched over hair. I liked Wilfred with the shorter hair. I was like, he looked cuter. I
mean, they look the same.
I know, they look so similar. It's crazy. But they seem the most stable and, gonna move along. Like, I can see to actually, when they settle in Joburg, they probably will get married. I can see it. Them. They were cute overall. The sanest of the couples.
I think so. Yeah, they seem really, really together. Which was nice. So yeah, so that was that on the show. But yeah, really.
It was a roller coaster. It was a good show.
Yeah. It was. I feel like they what's it called? I feel like it's interesting, but again, it's just like entertainment. You cannot be taking your relationship. Okay, they've got the money aspect, so actually they get a blight because they got the money aspect. But you cannot be serious with your relationship if you're going on the show. This is ridiculous.
Not truly like. No, you can't be. Or you plan it out. You plan what you're gonna do and try and work towards getting that money. But you can, like, seriously, like Nancy and Bochale, really, really, why were they on the show? Like, truly, because there was lies. Why was you there? So
they're not on it. And also as well, yeah. How can I say this? They have a lot going on. They have a lot going on. Plus lies.
Yes.
That's just like, this is too much. It's too much, to be honest. The only way something like that can work, I feel like, is with truth. Do you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of moving pieces here. So like, you have to be honest. Because if you're not honest in that, then what is this? You know? You're just making it up.
Holiday? Like
like you can just do what the hell you want.
Yeah. A free.
Sade, what's the hoodie maker called again, Pete? Oh, everydayfriday.co.uk. Let me put it in the chat for you.
That man embarrassed Nancy. Low key, I think Nancy suffers from. What does she suffer from, Dammy? Yeah, no, it's a weird one. They weren't the last though. It was Nalede and Nikiwe. They were the ones that lied the most.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's just like they're really not honest with each other at all. They're not honest with each other. I hope Nancy stayed for the child. Yeah, I mean, I think she is. Yeah, she is. She is staying with him. Stockholm syndrome, yes. I believe so too. I believe so.
Oh, that's what Nancy's suffering from.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, someone said that her account is private. I do still want to. I want to follow how they get along. I want to see what happens with those two.
Okay, shall we talk Ultimatum? Let's see how far we can get, because we're getting on a bit. Maybe we do 3 couples today. I don't know.
How many couples? Yeah, let's start it in because we lose a lot. So let's see how we get on.
Okay, so Ultimatum season 3. Oh God, there's a lot going on. If you guys don't know about Ultimatum, what it is there's 6 couples. They come into this experiment. They are trying. So one person in the couple has given the ultimatum, yeah, and they want their partner to marry them. At the end of this experiment, if they do not marry them, then they're going to walk away from the relationship. So also as well, so how it's set up is that they're all together first of all. They have a bit of a mix of everybody. They date all the other couples as well. They date all the other people in the group, and then they pick someone to do a trial marriage with. And after that trial marriage, that will last for 3 weeks, and those people live together. Then they switch after this 3 weeks to their real partners, their partners they came in with. And then at the end of that, that's when they decide whether they're going to be together or not. That is the premise of the show.
Yes. It's a long process, actually, for everything that they go through. Like 3 weeks is a long time with somebody else if you're really not supposed to have any type of contact with your partner, your original partner, well, then becomes your ex.
Well, it's not. No, it is because they do have contact with their ex. I mean, they do. So it doesn't make sense. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not making sense to me. I was just, what the fuck? Okay, so let's talk through the couples. We'll talk through what's happened. Okay, Vanessa and Dave. Is there a little bit of info here? There is. Yeah, Vanessa's 30, David's 34. They've been together a while. Vanessa, sweet girl, sweet lady. And Dave, bit weird, or I don't know, felt like a little bit dismissive to Vanessa, in my opinion. But anyway, they get paired with different people. Vanessa is paired with Nick,
yeah,
and Dave is paired with Chanel. We'll see those guys later. Dave and Chanel seem to be getting okay. Dave, however, wanted to be paired with Aria. Is that how you say name?
Yeah.
He wanted to be paired with her. She weren't feeling it. So he goes with Chanel. They were getting on banter and everything like that. Vanessa was feeling Nick. Let's say this. She was feeling Nick. They were getting on really well. Drinks. They've got a lot in common. They're both art weirdos. If it was Mean Girls, they'll be the art freaks. They were the type of people into paint, homeschooled, all this kind of stuff. So they're really, really getting on. However, Nick, who we'll talk about later, his girl is with someone he doesn't want her to be with at all. So Nick is spiraling, yeah. What's his name? Dave is with Chanel. Chanel is like, what the fuck have I done? And also her partner, Micah, yeah, is with the most boringest girl in the world. So what I think has happened, because this couple is no longer in the process. Let me put that out there now. They're no longer in the process. What I think has happened is Chanel was just like, fuck this shit. Because the first night that they swapped over, Chanel leaves the apartment at 3:00 in the morning and she comes back at like 8:30. Yeah. So, and we also see that Micah leaves as well, right? Or no, we see Maria by herself. So Micah has left. Then I don't even know what happened. Yeah. But it was like the next day, they've cleared out. Vanessa's gone. She's left Nick. No, nothing. Dave and Chanel have gone together.
And Dave and Chanel. Can you scroll to Dave, to Micah, just going through comments, to Micah and Chanel. There we go.
Micah and Chanel, these two.
Yeah. Just so people can see the two.
These two, yeah, I got it. These two are they left as well. They left. Yeah. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So like, what the hell? So Chanel's a lovely girl as well. Do you know what I mean? Micah seems like a lovely person too. Do you know what I mean? But Micah, because he was with Maria, he was so boring. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So boring. It's so boring. So they've also, all four, this couple, no longer in the process. No longer in the process.
Definitely Dave and Chanel set the tone for the grand leaving.
100%.
They were the ones that were like, we've got to exit. I really feel that Vanessa should have put her foot down, because I think she would have got more. Like it, I just think that Dave needed to stay in the process, but I don't think Chanel and Micah were going to get anything out of this. Like, it was fair for them to go, but I think Dave and Vanessa should have stayed, definitely.
Well, the thing is, yeah, the way I see it is just like, I think that because Vanessa was locked in, yeah, so something must have happened. And I think Nick spiraled. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if Nick done something, said something, like, do you know what I mean? That was completely wild, while Vanessa was just like, okay, let's go. Do you know what I mean? Because I think she saw something, or something happened where she was, because also as well, editing, you know, I don't trust the editors of these things. Like, do you know what I mean? The way they've kind of set up, like, you know, Dave, because Dave was crying, like, do you know what I mean? Like, he was really emotional. They really put it like Dave is this possessive-y kind of guy, and that he didn't want to be in that process. They really set that narrative, so it explains away why that happened. And it's just like, they've left Nick in. Nick is a problem. Nick is a motherfucking problem. And it's just like, it's interesting to me, because why is it that they didn't just pair Mariah with Nick? Unless
that annoys
there's a problem with Nick.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Mariah kept on saying, I'm going to use this time for myself. Like, there wasn't a hint of, we should do this together now, even as a platonic, because they've done that before, like, they work on each other.
Yeah.
He wanted the solitude. Like, I don't even want to be paired with you. So I feel you. Yeah, probably is Nick. So maybe as Nick and Vanessa had they say they left on day 3. So you've got 2 days. She may have also been like, he's nutty. Dave is like, this is long. Why are we even doing this process? So then you're like, come on, let's just go. Micah already just seemed like, I ain't even in this.
Like, so, what am I doing? And
I've got the dry girl. Like, it's very easy for him to be like, I'm off.
It was crazy. Oh, Joe, thank you so much. Joe has ordered, guys.
Oh,
that's like a Christmas present to me, you know. I love that. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You're gonna love it. Make sure you take a picture when you get it as well, kind of thing. We'll post it. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mariah is sweet, but she's dry.
She's sweet, but yeah, exactly. And she just wants too much too soon. Like, relax.
Yeah.
Relax. It's too much. It's way too much. So yeah, all of these are got these guys. Oh no, sorry. These guys gone. Then yeah, on to Scotty and Aria. Aria? Yes, Aria. Scotty's 30, Aria's 25. They don't actually live in the same city. That's a part of their problem. Scotty is with Zainab and Aria is with Caleb. I actually really like Aria. I really like her. And I think she's a very, very sweet girl. And I worry for her. Do you know what I mean? I worry for her because Scotty is something else. He's something else. Like, I cannot believe that I don't even know how to say it, but how he's kind of gotten away with this as well, because he's very judgmental with Aria, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, he what's it called? He was basically, he doesn't think that she likes him. He was the one that gave the ultimatum, and he wants his wife to be a certain way, right? And he's kind of like, you know what? Yeah, you got your career and everything like that, but I want to get married, so let's do this. That's what it kind of seems like. It's given that kind of energy. Aria, she is, you know, very focused, very ambitious. She wants to do her thing. She doesn't want to, you know, like, just get married and kind of, you know, lose all of that and lose her independence more than anything. I think it's more of that kind of thing. And I feel like Scotty is kind of like maybe a bit suffocating to her. So Scotty was displaying some craziness when everything was going well with him and Zainab, right? And then Zainab, I don't know what she done. Maybe she didn't make breakfast that morning or whatever. He was saying, oh, let's go on a date. Then he's just like, he suggested a hot air balloon. And she was just like, no, I don't like that. And then he suggested cryotherapy or something, which is when they freeze or something. And she was like, nah, don't like that either. And he took that as a rejection. Started getting annoyed, starting getting antsy. She's just like, look, I'm not rejecting you. Like, do you know what I mean? I just don't like those type of things. She was eating. You know what I've realized, yeah? You see with black men on these shows, don't eat without them. They don't like that, because this is also Tim. You know something bad is going to happen if you're eating and they're not eating. Like, do you know what I mean? Just don't do that. So she's eating and he's like, oh, you didn't eat. So you're eating without me? That's not the kind of trial wife that I want. Huh?
Scotty. Exactly, Jordan. Scotty is Ramses. 0.0. He definitely is. I think Scotty's possession over Aria is she is beautiful, and he knows if I don't capture her now, like the real man is going to get her. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I have to have this chick. And I feel like within her, she knows he ain't the man. He's a meantime. And I want to fly, but there's something, he ain't letting her go. Like, I really hope this whole process, she is like, I've got to sack this guy off. Totally. I hope that's what she gets from it. Because I think he knows that she's a catch. And if he can just near her, oh boy, like, poor girl, your life.
That's the thing.
It'll be long for you. Because he just wants a barefoot pregnant housewife. Really is what he's after. Why are you going to have a butterfly and then be like, you're going to be trapped in my house? Like, why are you doing that? Like, just leave her alone.
He's honestly, and if Alicia, you're absolutely right. Scotty was acting out from episode 1, because I think they done like the mixer, right? And I think they were talking to other people, and he was talking to Zainab, holding her hands and everything like that in front of Aria. And then she got upset, you know. She goes to talk to him, and he then starts yelling at her. Yeah, and it's just like, dude, she's upset. Like, genuinely, she's okay. It's all right that she's upset, no? Like, of course she's going to be upset. Isn't that showing you that she cares about what's happening here? She doesn't want to lose you. She doesn't want anything to threaten the relationship, and you're yelling at her.
He
Oh my
loved all
god.
of that. I think he did that all on purpose. He
Yeah.
knew she would see it. He knew he
Mm-hmm.
just looked like, oh, 101. Yeah. I know how to play this.
Yeah.
He really, I don't even know. I don't think he likes Zainab, but I think he's willing to play along. Like, he's mildly attracted, but I think he
Yeah.
knows, I'm just going to pursue this, and that will make Arya probably like me more as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's just doing a big old web. But I really want her to free herself. Like, Scotty is not for anybody. And Zainab as well. Like, you don't even need to try and placate this man. Like, he's an asshole. Most definitely.
He is an asshole. Yeah. I agree. Okay, so then Maria and Caleb, as I said, so Maria 24, she's only 24. Caleb's 29. Caleb is with Arya, and Maria is now with no one because Micah left, and because she's so I'm surprised they even chose each other. Like, I was surprised at that, but maybe it was like a safe bet. Oh, Mariah, sorry.
Yeah, I was just thinking, ain't she called Mariah? But I had Micah in my head as well. Yeah, Mariah.
Yeah, Mariah, but she's with Micah.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like, what do you call it? She just wants to, it seems like she's just a little bit overbearing. It seems like, because she's doing a lot of soul searching at the moment, she has some issues, some childhood issues, you know, like her mum was overbearing to her, didn't leave her side, and you know, and then she left and went to live with her dad when she was 8 and everything like that. So she wasn't allowed to do a lot of things before 8. So that seems to be sticking with her, and I feel like because her parents split up, she has this romantic notion of what a relationship would be, and she wants it now. She doesn't want to waste time on everything like that. Caleb, I thought he was cool until Caleb has been really nice with Arya, you know, very sweet, doing, you know, spa days with her, being considerate, sorting out food and stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just being really, really cute. He then, wait, what? Caleb is Zach's little brother. Zach, as in Zach and Bliss.
I don't see it.
No.
Unless there's another Zach, but I can't see. I don't see him looking like anybody in Love Is Blind, actually.
Oh wow. Wow. Okay. So he's been so sweet and everything with Arya, and Arya didn't really fancy him in the beginning. And then she was just like, because it was more friendship based, and she was just like, oh no, there are deep feelings being felt at the moment, kind of thing. They're growing. I think that she just hasn't been used to being a man being so attentive and being just a general nice person to her. So she's conflating that with real feelings. Like, I'm kind of on that side of things. And I feel like, notice though that Caleb hasn't been shown saying, and I think this is editing, saying anything. He says that she's a nice person, but not that she's beautiful, not that do you know what I mean? That he fancies her or anything like that. But he's acting like a man that fancies her. When he done the boys' night, when they done the boys' night and girls' night, he tried to make Arya agree that they should just say that it's a friendship. You know, there's let's not delve into feelings. Let's just say it's a friendship. When he's with the boys, he's asked a question, you know, like how things are going, and he's just like, oh no, it's just friends. Like, you know, Scotty's talking about his situation, like, oh, he doesn't know what's up, like, kind of thing. Then he's like, you know, Caleb's like, well, that's between you and Arya, it's got nothing to do with me. What? I was just thinking, what the hell is going on? I thought you was a nice guy, Caleb, but I think you're a little bit of a liar. Do you know what I mean? I think you're a little bit of a liar.
Yes, he's in the conflict spires of he loves Mariah
Mm.
and is developing feelings for Arya, and he doesn't want to get the villain edit. But
Mm-hmm.
within that, instead of just telling the truth, like I am developing feelings, I think he knows more of how Mariah can spiral. Just the way he's
Mm.
been very cautious and was saying like she ain't gonna want to hear from you. I was
Mm-hmm.
like Arya, please listen to him. Like some people, they know their woman, you know. Like you don't know what she's capable of, so you don't need to be like woman to woman. You don't know what this sweet looking girl can turn into. And there's
Mm.
something in her eyes. I'm like, I don't know. I think I've got a friend that has that crazy as well. Like, just
Mm.
let him deal with her. Really, I took it more of he knows what she's about, truly. And
Mm.
also his cautiousness, where he's like, you haven't lived enough to want to, like, he
Mm-hmm.
knows you ain't lived enough, you're locking onto me. Yes, I may have all of the bits that you're after, but you don't actually know what you want. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he knows her. He's trying to be a good guy. But I think Arya has something about her, and I believe Scotty when he was saying it. I was like, Scotty knows. And
Yeah.
the way he was talking was like, everybody knows, dude, you're just lying. But I
Yeah.
get how he's probably lying.
Because Scotty was just like, I haven't met any heterosexual man that just wants to be friends with Arya.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it. And I was just like, yeah. Like for real, for
And
real.
you're living in a yard with her and everything. Like, it was like, come
Mm-hmm.
on, bro. You're like, no, it's just friends.
Like
Okay.
whatever. Like, but I thought it was also, I was just like, Caleb might be hella scared in this scenario because you've got Scotty, yeah, who's there, can fly off the handle. You've already seen him yell. JR is built like a
I
brick
think
house,
they're
yeah.
all scared of JR.
And
They're all
Nick,
scared of him.
yeah, Nick is wild. He's mad. He's mad. He's mad. He's been going to people's houses and stuff. We'll get onto that. But like, do you know what I mean? So I think Caleb genuinely was scared. He's
Yeah.
just like, I am not saying a goddamn thing. Do you know
It's
what I
not
mean?
safe. It
It's
wasn't
not safe. Yes,
a
exactly.
safe
It's
space.
not safe.
I can now share with you guys for this one to be psycho over here or go and tell Mariah before I get a chance to say, you'd be like, I'm keeping my cards close to my chest. And
Yeah.
yes, we're friends. But yeah,
Wow.
it's just no one's believing you, Caleb. Like
No,
no.
no, not at all. And they're not going to be friends after this. They don't have to be friends after this, to be fair, either. So he's just like us. I only have to endure this for a little while, and
Yeah.
then it's done. Do you know what I mean? And then it's done. But yeah, Aria, on the other hand, was just like, yeah, I heard you, Caleb, but I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And then she sat down with Maria and said, I've never laughed like this in my life. Like, he's so nice. He's so attentive. He's so this and he's so that. Maria's just sitting there taking it on in and saying nothing. I just thought, oh no, that's the crazy that you're scared of.
Yes, exactly. I was like, Aria, look at her. Stop. Reel it in. Say, oh my God, your man's a joker, innit? Reel it in.
Aria, she went off script, man. She went off script. I can see from her point of view how that makes sense to her because she doesn't want to be seen as a liar, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? She doesn't want Maria to watch this back and see things developing and she didn't say anything. So I do get that, but I feel like there was a middle ground and she overshot it. Like she done way too much. Yeah. She could have said it a bit more, nicely, and not necessarily nicely, but just a bit more subtly. Do you know what I mean? It didn't have to be all that.
She's by herself in the whole
exactly.
She doesn't have a counter to that to be like, oh my God, yeah, I understand how you would develop feelings so quickly because I have this going on with my. She doesn't have that, so it was like she could have dialed it back. There was a little bit of like gleeful kind of exuberance to how she was telling the story. There was too much. It was too much. Like he's really, there was a bit of ego stroking within herself. Like he's really into me. Really, and it's like, there was just too much details. It was like, okay, there is that line of I'm going to tell you the truth, but it is the like we get on so well, like there's just lots of banter, like we laugh some. It was just like, bro, like dial it back. Like think about her feelings. Think about her.
Yeah, I don't take it as like her. I didn't take it as ego. I thought it was like, this is new and she's excited because she hasn't felt this before. So it's just like, that's why I took it as like, she doesn't know how to. I think she was, I don't think she was mindful of Maria's feelings. I agree with that 100%. But I did think like, she's just like, what, like, is this what you're dealing with? Like, it's just like she hasn't had it. Like, she was too excited. She wasn't tactful. Yeah, I agree with you, Joe. I don't think she was tactful at all. Yeah, because it's just like, even allowing, I thought that moment where, you know, she doesn't do physical touch and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? And like allowing Caleb like to hold her hands and them like looking in each other's eyes and stuff like that. For someone who doesn't do physical touch to do that and like have a mini, let's call it a mini breakthrough for the purposes of the reality TV show. Do you know what I mean? Like that could have deep meaning for her. Like she could have like, okay, I'm safe here. Do you know what I mean? Whereas she doesn't do that with the guy that wants to marry her. Right? Do you know what I mean? So I think she was gushing, but not necessarily like egotistically kind of thing. It's just like she hasn't felt this, but yeah, she was insensitive. Yeah.
And why I'm attributing it to her ego going in places because he had already said to her, don't do this conversation with this, like don't do it with Mariah. Like, and she overrode the advice that the man that you're really like, we're having a connection is going for, and you told her everything. That to me is totally your ego being like, this is us now. We're here. We have this man. This man is seeing us. Like, and it's like, bro, he was trying to tell you, don't do that to my woman. That's my girl. Like, she went off script.
See if there's fallout of that actually, because I would be interested in how Caleb deals with that when Arya goes back and tells him, oh, actually, I did say this. Because I do think there is something in that, like, if there is anything there, let me be the one, Caleb being, let me be the one to tell her. Like, do you know what I mean? I do think there is that. But then at the same time, you cannot long it out. Like, you cannot long it out, and you have to give me something to work with, because I don't want to be a liar either. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just Elson is like, why are you alone, Mariah? I got your man.
In a sentence, that's what I was saying. Thank you, Elson. Exactly that. That is all ego. I don't give a heck about you in an apartment by yourself. I'm going to tell you how good your man is. Wild.
Bro.
And her silence, even if my ego was flying that way, I would be scared if I was Arya. I would be like, who am I talking to? Like, why is Mariah not real? I would be getting spidey feels like, I don't know what I've walked into. And also be thinking, how's Caleb going to take that he told me not to do this and I've done it?
Mariah she's already intense, right? Do you know what I mean? So for like, she's gonna feel whatever she's gonna feel, she's gonna feel it intensely. Yes. But Mariah was a real one though at that dinner, because she told what is her name? Sandy straight. I've got to know Nick. I don't think he's the marrying kind. Like, I don't think he's the marrying type. Don't marry him. She didn't say that.
That actually cracked me up. I was laughing so, because how long are they even? What did we get up to? Was this their week when they met up? Was they week 2 point? It's like you've seen him.
I think it's week 3. I think we're at the middle of week 3.
Next, we're going into their swap over. It was just the plainness and direct way of, and you know her family have told her the same.
Yeah.
So it's like Sandy knows this, but maybe a stranger, in effect, telling you, your guy's mad. It may land.
Hella crazy. Hella crazy. Okay, so Sandy and Nick. We have Sandy and Nick. And because it's so thingy, the last two couples are Zaina. I keep calling her Zainab. Zaina and JR. Oh, God. Sandy is with JR and Nick is by himself. And we've already talked about Zainab. She's with, God, what the hell? Scotty. Okay. So Nick and Sandy, big age gap between them. He's 38, she's 27. To be fair, even remember when we looked at these couples straight away, even this pose is giving too much possession. Why is your arm around her neck? No, she wants. She's caressing your face. Don't hurt me.
Yes, holding his arm like, okay, not too tight now.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? His whole pose is possession. You are mine. You know, she's just like, ease off, babe. Do you know what I mean? Nick had a problem with JR from the very beginning. Like, I think it's fair to say, like, from the first episode, like from the first mixer, he saw JR as his competition. Sandy,
did Sandy say off bat, I find JR attractive? Or did Nick just anticipate that's Sandy's type?
She said it to camera and the confessional thing. She did say it to camera that she finds him attractive. She finds JR attractive. I don't remember she saying it to Nick. However, I think, that Nick and Sandy probably have freaky conversations and all that kind of stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sandy mentioned, do you know what I'd really like to do? Is have a BB. Do you know what I mean?
So
do you know what I mean? I think he knows that that's what she likes. That's her fantasy. That's her fear. Like, do you know what I mean? I think she knows. He knows. So I would not be surprised because the way he's spiraling, because he called JR low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Now, sir, what the fuck do you mean? Seriously. Because I'm just like, I mean, I don't think people are going there, but I was just like, nah, you know, like the whole strange fruit, needing some like, do you know what I mean? In certain parts of the US, black men are fruit from trees. Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't like that shit. I didn't like that shit at all. I didn't like that reference. I don't know. I don't like the producers for keeping in that line. Like, no. But it was giving me, it was just so much racial undertones to this whole thing was just ridiculous. Like, basically, and then that's an extreme interpretation of what you're saying, yeah? The light interpretation is he's easy, right? Do you know what I mean? He's easy, like, oh, of course you can sleep with him. What?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you, like, what the fuck, Nick? Like, seriously. I can't... Although, to be fair, say it again.
Joe said he called JR a knucklehead too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just like, and the thing is, you have such vitriol. Nick has such vitriol towards JR when Sandy is flirting with him like a motherfucker. Sandy does not respect you, Nick. As soon as she was making eyes at JR. At the table, like, kind of thing. The way she was, even when they done the pool dates as well, kind of thing, she was doing too much. She was doing too much for someone that you want to propose to. That energy, she's not a damsel in distress. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah,
he knows it. That's why he was so pissed off. He knows that JR knows, because she probably does this in life anyway. I think she probably does make eyes at black men. And he knew once they got into the experiment, I probably fucked up because her absolute type is here and she is going to try and pair with him. And she did, and she made a beeline. She literally was like, nobody else needs to be involved in this. Like, and Aria, when Aria was being competition to maybe JR had eyes on both of them, it was like, I'm going to snag this man. I think she's always wanted to have dalliances with a black man, and he knows this as well. So he was like, oh, flip sake, this is now she's gonna do it. He knows his girl as well, and she also knows this may be my only chance really to get a little bit of Black Willy. I think she
honestly,
sees the moment
both
as well.
both Sandy and JR are on the same thing. They
Yeah.
both are doing this because you know what? JR getting upset at Scotty for Scotty apparently saying that, you know, he only wants a hall, he's only there for a hall pass, yeah, was just so disingenuous. Because did you not, JR, have a conversation with Micah talking about, have you ever been with a Black girl? Like, do you know what I mean? This is my chance. Da-da-da. Like, you had that conversation. Is that not the definition of a freaking hall pass? Like, what the hell are you talking about? But you and Sandy are basically on the same thing. You both wanted to try this because you've never tried it, so you say, before, kind of thing, and you're so intrigued and like, you know, let's think about the potential mixed babies. I was just like, oh my god, vomit for this kind of conversation. Not for mixed babies, of course, but like the fetishization of it. Like, I just like, can we stop this? Like, I thought this was done. I thought people didn't do this anymore, but obviously not. And like, even JR, like, you know, I've never gone out with a white girl, you know, like, but Ira's more my type because I usually go out with mixed girls. I was just like, this guy, like, none of this you need to say. None of this you don't need to say any of this. But dude, okay, this is how you want to be known. Okay.
We had the measure of who he is from each time he spoke. And Sandy placing herself in, this is absolutely the trial person that I want to do this with. It was all a fetish, a big fetish. Yeah. And then further compounded when he met her family and I saw all of their eyes on him. It was literally Get Out. It was, oh, look at his tattoos. All of it was just like, oh my God, he's such a specimen. But JR wanted to be there. He was happy to be there. He was lapping it up like he was on a block. Like they're all touching his hands and
man. The mother moved seats to get closer. And I thought that they were going to have some deep conversation. No. Let me just see the
she just wanted to look at it. Was literally like he was a figurine. She wanted to look at the Black man that we have placed here for us to look over. For you know, they're taking your kidneys. Like,
you know what I mean?
This is the shit you get yourself into, and then you're on trial for something. No,
taking your kidneys. Oh my god, yeah, it was just free. So anyway, so Sandy is with JR. They're getting on like a house on motherfucking fire, right? Do you know what I mean? Everything they talk about has a sexual undertone. They're very touchy-feely. They're sleeping in the same bed. You know, they play bowling, and like he's like, if I win, then you have to wear my shirt and nothing else underneath. Like, bro, like, you know, they're doing it. They're screwing.
I absolutely believe they are. Actually doing it, but they're running with the just a kiss. But there's just zero way you two with that type of heat for each other, you have not had sex. I don't believe for a second. Not for a second.
Seriously. Nick, because he's on his own, spiraling. It's absolutely spiraling so much that he has to take out the canvas, start painting the black paint, scribbling all over it. Do you know what I mean? Like, did you notice that he put the white on the black paint?
Yes.
I mean, I can see what you're doing there, Nick.
Exhibition, because he was making a lot of paintings. I was like, well, Nick, you could get an exhibition out of this.
You probably could.
But it was a bit scary when he was there with the black and the lines.
Yeah, just
like
properly. He was angry painting to try to get the frustration out. But then when he found out that JR had met Sandy's family, that made him motherfucking switch. He switched. He was just like, no, actually, it was even before that, because they were having a dinner on the balcony and they turned. And then apparently Nick was across the way watching them.
I was literally like
a psychopath.
Nick,
you can't tell me Vanessa left because he's a psychopath.
Yeah,
I believe, like, honestly.
I think so. Or maybe he couldn't stop talking about Sandy. That he did psycho stuff anyway, definitely. But you would have seen, they've seen you, because she looked, he looked, and then she got up and you didn't go. Like, you was like, I'm going to stand here and stare at you guys having dinner.
Yeah.
That's crazy behavior, Nick.
It's crazy behavior. And also to the producers that are letting this behavior and letting this man stay in the show with this. Like, it is just too much. It's actually too much. I now need to see, yeah. You know, we're always talking about, like, with Love is Blind, we need extra content. Like, I need to see you've gone to the counselor and you've had a session. Like, I need to see that after that you were scooped up. Like, do you know what I mean? And the people who are supposed to care about your mind speak to you. Like, do you know what I mean? And that you're doing another round of consent or something. Like, do you know what I mean? Or we knock on everybody's doors and we find out and we let them know what's happening. And we're like, do you still want this guy to be in the situation with you guys? Because he seems like a fucking danger. So that was a warning sign. Take that as a motherfucking red flag. So, guys, they should not have been surprised, to be honest. That, you know, after he was on the phone, he was calling her, he was crying. She was just like, why are you crying?
It was so
He had him on speaker with JR there as well, kind of thing, basically mocking the thing. He then rushes over to the house. I don't know how he found out where they live, but he did. Maybe he's bribed one of the producers or something. And
I guess he could have, like, counted up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and probably not
out,
other doors before he got to them. Lord knows.
Even, to be honest, even the whole, because even when Vanessa was there, and you know, he said he ran into Sandy when she went to her coffee to get a Starbucks. She went to Starbucks and he was just there. Don't believe it. You timed that because you know she needs her morning coffee. This is the only Starbucks in the area. I'm gonna go and do that. That, like, I believe. Do you know what I mean? So this is not. So that's number one. The staring them at when they're having dinner. That's number two. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Two major red flags, right? But we still have him in the show. Number three is him coming. Number three, his angry painting. Number four is him coming over. To do what exactly? Do you know what I mean? So he comes up, like, and the thing is, Sandy doesn't even really talk to him. It's JR that deals with the situation, doesn't let him in, tells him he's embarrassing himself and everything like that. Like, he is Sandy's man. That's not your girl, JR.
No, he said you're trying to talk to my wife. JR he was taking it serious.
He was in role.
You can't come and knock on my door and try and talk to my wife. It's like, bro, remember this is an experiment, yeah? And that that's his missus. Like, you got your missus down the hall somewhere. But yeah, he was taking it like, you can't come and ask for my wife. What you do? JR's an asshole. They both were assholes because he's clearly in distress. Like, we can't carry on with the filming thing. This man is in distress now.
Right.
And you're still not, you're being like, just go away. No, you can't speak to her. It was like, come on, guys, like, let's have some humanity. Like, yes, he's gone crazy, but dude, talk to him.
I think, though, at that point, production needs to come in. I need to see on camera production there. Like, do you know what I mean? To help diffuse the situation. I need to, like someone said, security. Like, this is crazy. We are not safe. We're clearly not safe, you know, kind of thing. Then Nick comes back. He is in such distress. He's in his flat, and they have, like, in the communal area, they have the camera there, right? So it's like CCTV footage. He's on the couch. Someone said it. Elle said wailing. You can only call it wailing. Guttural cries.
He did a big. Yeah. I was literally like, Nick. Again, though. When he was doing that, I did think a producer was going to come in. Because we watched it for a bit, him crying. So it's like, so you guys are somewhere just watching this man cry.
Right.
Like, nobody's like, actually, we should probably just go in so he has somebody to talk to.
No. You know, the way they're putting up the text on the screen for the people that left, the same way you could put a text on the screen. We had producers and what do you call it, on-site therapists talk to Nick to see if he's okay. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Because what the hell? Because what is the next? There's going to be a next red flag. There's going to be another one. Do you know? Because wow. So yeah, these two crazy. Both of them are mad, in my opinion. I do not think they should be together at all. Nick messed up with Vanessa, but to be fair, yeah, I don't know. I think Vanessa's was kind of just needed some attention. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
definitely.
Like,
But no, Nick, he needs help, and hopefully Sandy understands that this isn't the man, but he needs help, because he's a candidate to be like, you can't really leave him low, like he's gonna always be there. It would be hard to move on from him. I bet he's done that to her a few times where she's been like, I've had enough, and he's there like, I will change, I'll go to therapy, like I just need you, and he's that man.
I think he'll be even more extreme. I think he'll be like, I'm gonna hurt myself. I think he's one of those.
All of that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I just, oh God,
that was a lot. Was he going into his room all the time? I wasn't sure if it was a bathroom or a room. No, when he was on the couch, he'd be there, and then he'll get up and he'll go storming into.
I thought that was the room. I assumed it was the room, but I don't know.
Yeah. I was like, I wonder what's going on in there, because in there he sounded like
painted the walls. I bet he's painted the walls black. I bet.
Yes. Her family absolutely knows he's crazy, but I don't know. I don't know about Sandy as well, because also it's like Sandy is a liar. Like,
she's a liar. She loved this. She's an instigator. Do you know what I mean? Because even Nick was, and I don't know if he was lying, but he said like, it's not one-sided. Do you know what I mean? She's telling me that she misses me, so he's going on the thing of like, I'm going to rescue my girl. Like, do you know what I mean? And like, Nick was just like, she's my girl. Like, why you shouldn't even need to say that, because she's wrong for blurring these lines like this. And even when they do the men's meet up, the boys meet up and stuff, like, Nick comes there, he does apologize to JR straight away. I think production told him, you must.
You can't even sit down. You got to go straight to him and say sorry.
Yeah, you must apologize. JR's just like, yeah, I lost all respect for you straight away. Nick is wounded by that comment. He's wounded. Oh my God. But yeah, that was all awkward. He did ask JR as well, like, did you, are you sleeping together? And JR's like, yeah, we all, don't we all sleep in the same bed? Like, same bed? Like, what? Kaylee was like, that's not what he's asking.
Exactly. Me. It's like, don't try and be slick. Like, you can see this man in distress. Just answer the question.
Yeah.
Properly. Don't be a smart aleck about, aren't we all doing that? Well, no, because Nick ain't got no one to sleep next to.
Exactly. Nick is on the couch. Nick is on the couch. Yeah, it was about him. And he needed to apologize for his crazy behavior. But I do think it was like, not that and this is the thing, and unfortunately it is scary. It is scary because there's too many horror stories when like guys, their egos are bruised. Not all guys, do you know what I mean? But guys like this, when their egos are bruised, I'm not even saying Nick has done anything super crazy yet, but these are warning signs. Like, do you know what I mean? They're usually warning signs where, unfortunately, some, dreadful things can happen to women under these types of circumstances. For less, to be honest, for less. Yeah. So, like, I think it's very. Scenes like this sometimes can be very triggering. They can be it's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. Although, like, there is like oh God, we usually always see the women upset, kind of thing. So like having that balance of like, okay, this is a guy, he's really upset. I hope he's going to be normal, but he's already done like things that are just way not normal, you know?
Stalkerish. He's already showing his stalker side. He's watching her. He's turning up where she is. It's like, okay,
possessive,
entertainment, but he needs therapy. Like, this needs to be taken in hand, because he's also alone a lot of the time. So yeah, let's not play about. And obviously JR can handle himself, but let's see.
But still, he shouldn't have to, right? He shouldn't have to be at a threat of this guy. And also as well, that I think the gap, the age gap between these makes it even worse, because Nick, get with a woman your own age.
38,
10 years. That's 11 years.
He's just
Ridiculous.
acting like a child all the time, like just bratty. But there again, there's that Sandy element. I am like, you also know, she knows what she's doing. There's a little game playing shit that's going on with her as well. It's like,
Yeah, she wants him to fight. She wants him to fight
properly, like
Yeah.
over her, but while lying to Zaina like there's nothing going on. It's like, no, Sandy, you know all the bits that you're doing. You know what you're doing to JR. You know what you're saying to Nick, and you're playing like, I'm just here to help.
She said that she was going to train JR for her. Like, you know, I'm going to train, which told me Sandy ain't freaking serious. I think let's read it. JR is, you know, I'm ready to risk all of Zaina, yeah? A whole Zaina. He's ready to risk it all for Sandy.
Yeah.
Is he all right? He's ready to, where Sandy's just like, I'm just training him, girl.
Yeah.
You're having back in a week.
Basically, is what she said. I was waiting for Zaina to say something like, "Would you to react?" She literally was like, "I'm going to do my womanly things with your man. I'm going to train him up so he knows how to satisfy you, and then you can have him back. That's all I'm going to do. It's nothing. We're just friends."
What the fuck is it? I was just like, and train him how? You're the one picking up after him. Like, you're doing everything for him. Like, you're not training. Like, and why would you need to? Anyway, I was just like, and he's not a dog.
Aren't you offended? Literally, I was so offended. You're telling me you're going to be training my man so that he's better for when I get him back? Like, what?
What are you talking? I don't like it. I don't like any of this. And even as well, Sandy, when she was just like, what does your name mean? And he was like, John. And she was just like, JAWN. What? I was just like, where the fuck? Like, honestly, Americans, please. Like, what? To me, that felt racist as fuck. Like, and I didn't know why. Like, I was just like, this feels uncomfortable.
Sandy and Nick are definitely racist. They have a perception of black people. They're slow. They're sexual. They need to be taught, and the two of them have that. They keep on doing it in little ways. It's like they're slow. They don't know why would he be spelling his name like that? Because he obviously can't have the normal way of spelling it. It's got to be some new way, some black way. Like no.
It was given, honestly, it was, oh god, it was given Mandingo. Like, he's just,
JR's there showing his muscles all the time and his tattoos being paraded around and loving it.
He's happy to play the part. He was just like, this is my time. Do you know what I mean? JR was so I find him very, very annoying. I can't root for this man. I really can't. Like, he's a lost cause as far as I'm concerned, because all of this is completely unnecessary, and I think it's hella disrespectful to Zaina as well, kind of thing. Like, it's just like, okay, you don't want to marry the girl, that is fine, but you don't have to do all of this. You really do not have to do all of this at all. Zaina's just there, you know, walking mermaid. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, just being a light, you know? Just being a freaking light, and you're just taking the piss. Unfair.
Elsid said JR looked uncomfortable around her family, though. He felt being sold. He was okay, though.
He was okay.
He was there. He was showing his tattoos. I would have been hella uncomfortable around them. Being like, this is scary.
Honestly, I think, like, JR... Yeah, I think he's using his size and his thing as I like to intimidate Nick, but JR is definitely in the wrong. He really is. Like, Nick is a psychopath as far as I'm concerned. But JR is in the wrong. He's doing way too much with the next man's woman. Way too much. And it's really unnecessary. Just because he wants to try a bit strange.
Yeah. He does. And he has. I don't. Anyhow, these two try and be like, no, honestly, nothing happened other than. It's like, you guys are lying.
Liar. He's basically Mia from Love Never Lies.
Yeah.
Because it's not even, that's the thing, like Sandy's doing the most, but he's doing more. How can he doing more than her? Like, do you know what I mean? Also, as well, yeah, is it me? The way he keeps on banging on about her calves, yeah. If I was Sandy, I'll be a bit pissed off. Oh, they're so envious. Men would want these. Are you fucking okay? Stop saying that shit. I'll be so annoyed. I'll be so annoyed. What are you talking about? Stop saying it on camera. See. Oh, so annoying. But Zaina, I think she's doing a bit too much as well. I think she got too comfortable with Scotty too soon, and I think she should have had a bit more of a barrier. Do you know what I mean? Because I think Scotty is a bit of a love bomber. So he'll do everything that you like and stuff, and then you see his nasty side come out. And I think she should have been more cautious, but she got stung by him that last episode. She really did, to see what type of person he really is. I just don't think she needs to be with any of these guys, to be honest. I think she's actually better than all of them. You know, her, Aria.
Better. Huh? She deserves better. She knows she wants a husband, and Scotty presented like all of the things that she would want in a husband: caring, protective, all of that. He put that, but then he weren't showing himself. What does he want from you? And as soon as he started to show that, that's when we saw his loony side come out. She should have been waiting for, okay, so he's doing all of these bits, but where's the real him? Because basically just catering to everything that she'd said that she wanted JR to do. And it's like, you always got to think, but where is the person? Because nobody caters to all of your whims. They have to have themselves in there. So yeah, now she's seeing it. But I don't like when she reduces her voice like that, kind of like, no, that's not what I mean. It's just,
she's scared.
Yeah.
She's scared. That's the thing. And it's just like, you would be, because like in that moment, she learned so much about who he is as like as a person and stuff. Like that, me saying I don't like a thing, because she was talking about the hot air balloon thing. She don't like that. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's, she could be afraid of heights. Yeah. Why are you taking that as a rejection? You interpreting that as a rejection is so dangerous. Now I have to walk on eggshells around you, because I can't just be me. Like, do you know what I mean? And just say no to something. Why are you taking it so deeply? Like, nah. I just thought, nah. You in danger, girl.
Yeah, you need to leave. Everything she said no to, I was like, I would have said exactly the same. These are not things to do. I don't want to be cold.
No, exactly. On purpose. I don't want to be cold.
I'm terrified of heights. So again, it's like, it would be it'd be nice to do that. But there are a whole long list of things that you could do in an afternoon very easily, that you don't have to go to the extremes of any feelings that you have. Like, can we not just crazy golf? Like, just
find out what I like. Yes. Do you know what I mean? Find out what I like, and then surprise me, do something like that. But don't, because something that you want to do. Do you know what I mean? And now because I don't like it, you've got an issue with me. Like, no, and it's just like, it's not like he booked a surprise and she's turned up and just like, this is terrible. You know what I mean? Seriously, it's just ideas that you're throwing out. You should be getting to know her and understanding what her likes are. But no, I think he's only used the information he's had in order to manipulate. That's the thing. Because then as soon as in the same obviously scene, he's attacked her straight away, like, oh, you're eating without me. Like, so now you're trying to chip at her character. Yes. You're trying to chip at her, who she is as a person and how she prides herself, you know? And it's just like, nah, you're a nasty piece of work, Scotty. You're a nasty piece of work. I hope Aria runs.
I hope so, but I think he's probably done enough work with her to still have his claws in a bit. But she's trying. Her just moving away, having her career, she's trying to get away from this man. Hopefully this show does it. Like, it's the nail with the coffin, so to speak.
I hope so. I really do hope so. I think, like, so who do you think is going to be okay when they switch back?
Caleb and Mariah.
Caleb and Mariah.
As
Okay.
in, he is going to say all of the things to calm her down, but he's going to have to jump through hoops. But I think he will do it. I think he will do it for her. Yeah. I think he's not over whatever her thing is. I think he'll do it. I think he's a guy like that. They'll probably be the ones that survive. That's who else is there after those guys? Who's normal?
No one. None of them. I agree, Elsie. No one should be together. No one.
They shouldn't, they're actually all, but this is weird. I'm sure usually when I've watched this, there's at least one couple that is like the normalish ones, but we don't have that with these lot. They're mad. Maybe the normalish ones have left. Maybe it was going to be Micah and Chanel.
Micah and Chanel. Yeah, I can see that. They just I think like Micah and Chanel, they just, I don't know. It seemed like they're more kind of like, okay, we're stuck in a rut. Like, do you know what I mean? Let's spice it up a little bit. That's what it just seemed like. It didn't seem like they had major issues. Because when he was just like, that's my best friend. Make sure you look at me when he was talking, like, he cut up. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. It
was like, you two, they were probably going to be the normal ones to this. But all of the others, no, we got psychos left, man. They're actually all quite a bit bonkers. I hate that they lost couples, though. I think it was story time with Ricky that was like, this is the only time Netflix should penalize people when they leave the experiment. I think so.
Oh, like, no, I can't. Like, I need to know that Nick didn't do something to Vanessa before I agree with that. Like, I'm 80% sure that this guy done a madness, and Vanessa was just like, absolutely not. Like, I'm gone.
I did for real. When it all comes out in the wash, but two couples just leaving one night, that's wild.
Yeah, that is wild. So it just makes me think something serious must have happened.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's just like what it's not. They can't make them stay and everything like that. But it must have been pretty deep for them to just be like, no. And also as well, it's just like, if you stay in something like that, and when this all comes out, obviously it's going to blow up your whole life. We've just seen what happened with Tyler and Ashley and everybody else, that kind of thing. These kind of things can change your life trajectory if it goes wrong, Yeah.
But I guess maybe that's the thing. It's a hard one. But they have frigged it up. I don't know if you bring in new people or something, but it just it lost its. It's a bit of a weird one when two whole sets of people leave.
The producers need to
Micah manipulated Chanel's new job against marriage.
Yeah, he equated marriage to having kids. That's in his mind. That's his thing. And I don't think Chanel's there yet. But I feel like they could work that out in couples therapy. Like, I just think
that's all they needed, isn't it? Really,
I think
you could see. I just think that they were probably not as problematic. Dave, I got very similar things to Nick from. Like, I don't trust this man. There's something about Dave, it wasn't sitting right with me anyway. So in a way, I kind of wanted to see him a little bit more. And I wanted to see Vanessa more as well.
I wanted to see Vanessa, actually. But like, Dave... the only thing is, I didn't think Vanessa was going to leave Dave anyway. Like, do you know what I mean? I thought like she just needs some recognition. And also, I think Dave got a lesson that, you thought you still had it. No, actually, Vanessa still got it. You have to understand that your wife has still got it. Yeah.
Dave really thought that he was a baddie. I think Dave really went into it thinking, I'm going to have my pick of women.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the first woman he picked was just like, nah.
Never.
But Ari was just like, nah.
Maybe when they're out in wherever they live, he is a hottie. But I was like, Dave, bro.
No. Where did you get that from? Seriously.
Sometimes in a small town, an average guy becomes king.
Yeah, yeah. You can be the man.
Yeah, maybe he's used to that. Like maybe in their little friendship circle, he's a hottie.
Mm.
No, not in life.
Not at all. So yeah, next special episodes are out on Wednesday tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see what we can do by Thursday.
I think
Because
they are. Is it they're releasing free?
oh, is it free? If it's free, that's not so bad.
Yeah, and then it was the
Yeah.
next week after. Then it was the last one and reunion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, but interesting. But I don't advise to ever do the show. Like it's just a for your relationship. To me, it's just a nonsense. It's an excuse to cheat.
Yes.
It's just an excuse to cheat. That's all. And maybe get some Instagram followers. I don't know. Like it just seems.
It's even that. Does this get that traction? Like, I wonder, because Love is Blind, I understand because of the whole journey of it. But the ultimate, I'm like, are people invested enough to even? Does it convert to followers? Are you going to get any brand deals? I really wonder what is the payoff for doing this show, and you don't even win money. Like
no, exactly. Like they should give them an apartment or like I don't know, like build them a house. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous.
I don't know. I don't know what the payoff is with this one, but no, never, ever.
It's just pure entertainment. That's it. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's it, guys, for today.
We did both.
We did. I'm surprised. Oh God, look at the time though.
Yes, exactly. No.
We see what we do for you guys because we're committed. We are going to be back on Thursday. So guys, make sure you book the like button. I haven't checked yet, but I hope you guys have all booked that like button, please. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You can watch our latest episode featuring. Oh my God, who did we have on?
No, she's got her own episode separately.
Oh, Mimi.
It's
okay, cool. So our last episode thingy. When's Mimi out for members?
Members today, and everybody else probably Thursday.
Okay.
We'll have like a double drop because it's a really good episode as well.
Yeah.
But okay. Members, cool. You guys are gonna get 2 new interviews going up today.
Yeah. Woo! So yeah, Mimi the blogger, she is there. Guys, also watch my vlog as well on my channel. Sade Salami Official. Please, it's out. I dropped it last night because we were busy with Kempire on Sunday. We're gonna have some pictures shoot soon, and we'll share those as soon as we can. And yeah, have a great day, guys. We'll be back on Tuesday. See you then. Thursday. Sorry. Bye. Oh, she booked a like on the laptop and TV. Love